Isn't Elspeth dead?
Yeah.
They got
What?
tired of printing Elspeth cards, so they murdered her.
Why is Elspeth doing that like really shitty like front of a '90s comic book cover pose?
You've answered your own question.
I mean, I
At,
know, but
I mean, at the very least, it's not one of those spine-bending poses to make you aware that she has both breasts and a butt, but it's similar
yeah, I
to
was gonna
that.
say.
Only she's wearing, what do you call those? It's like a metal kilt that goes over your waist.
A yeah, a meta, something like that. I don't know.
Stuff.
I know there's a word for it, but it's not coming to me at all. But yeah, she's dead.
Dead for now.
Well,
Just like other lady planeswalkers that are soon to die.
nope. No,
That's
no,
not what we're.
no moons here.
It's not what we're doing today, though. We're doing something even stupider.
Oh God, yeah. Let's do something dumb.
You want to talk about planeswalkers dying?
Oh
You've
my
come to the
God.
right place.
So, flashback drafts are back. We haven't done these in like a month or so with Shadows coming around.
Yeah, Shadows came in and like took everything down, and then now we're back to.
What?
I don't know if I like this format, but I love Time Spiral Block for all the cards it has in it.
I I don't know. No, we're not in Sprout Swarm territory
Yeah,
of this
that'll be
yet.
future sight. That'll be
That's not
full block.
happening yet. Future sight. Don't you worry. We'll get there. This is triple time spiral. Much different. It's
Much different. I don't remember anything about Triple Time Spiral except
you draft the errant ephemeron and then you win.
yeah,
That's
you
my
draft Aaron Ephemeron. If you can get a Riftwing Cloud Skate to go on top, it's just gravy. Creatures have haste in this format. We're used to that though when we played Battle for
all right.
Zendikar.
So first things first. Let me talk a little bit about one of the 17 mechanics in time spiral. For one, your pack has a rare and then also has
A
a
flashback card
flashback
in it.
card that's a reprint from an old set. These are different slots. Wow, that Hivestone is my rare. That's freaking cool. Speaking of cards, I kind of want.
Yeah, the Salad is a sweet card. Resurrection isn't
Hmm.
terrible either, but it's not great.
So
The two cards I was looking at here would be the
well,
Salad and Rift Bolt.
yeah, those are the two I'm looking at as well. But Spore Sower Thallid is the Thallid that puts each fungus counter.
It's also a 4 mana 4/4.
Yeah, 4 mana 4/4 with like super upside. Okay, let me start explaining Time Spiral for those who aren't familiar. Time Spiral was the last set before Planeswalkers were introduced. What the plot of it is basically Planeswalkers back in the day were like super powerful super wizards, like like
Mhm.
level 30 D&D characters just doing bullshit. And because of the bullshit they did, time was breaking, and so they spent the entirety of the block resetting the idea of wow, hey,
Hey!
hey,
Wait, do we get two of those?
they stack.
They stack. Okay, Fiery Temper's not
Yeah,
that good.
Fiery Temper's pretty dang cool, and also a cool. So, one of the other things about Time Spiral is that Time Spiral is the largest set in Magic outside of like maybe some cores or something. It's huge. It's 400
It's
plus cards. It
it's got
has
a bunch of cards. It's
1,000
easier to
mechanics.
name what mechanics aren't in Time Spiral than mechanics that are in Time Spiral.
We have flanking. Flanking's around. Echo's around. Madness is around. We have flanking again. Flash. We got Thalids. Do you remember Thalids, player?
You got
Time
Salads.
Time
Okay,
Spiral's
there's
actual mechanic is being a reference to all of Magic before it.
yeah. Very few things you're not going to see here, and it makes this card is set kind of weird. Thunder Totem is also a good card.
Yeah,
But
Thunder Totem is a good card as well. I'm
and
thinking,
the totems are all cards that are references to cards on the reserve
yep,
list.
they can't be printed, so they printed totems that just become them. Yeah, it isn't the biggest set, but it's dang close. That's what I
Penumbra Spider's great.
yeah, I'm also looking at stuff like Thallid Germinator or
Yeah, Salad Germinator is a card we do want in our
So-
deck. Also, Jens, I have some news. We lied.
Mhm.
We are playing Sprout Swarm.
that's fine. So anyway, let me go through this. In this pack alone, again, we have Slivers, we have Morph, We have shadow, cool shadow, more echo, protection. Like
Hmm.
the mechanics in the set are very varied, and each card in its own self is a reference to. Every single card is a reference. Penumbra spider for one. This is a giant
Yeah,
spider that makes a token of itself when it dies, which is really
yeah,
good because I'd play giant spider without it. But it's a reference to Penumbra creatures from
like
Apocalypse.
penumbral jaguar, and we got assassinate's a good card. Might Sliver in the right deck is a bomber.
Yeah.
Pentarch Ward, of course, is sweet.
Okay, let's take a look at. Ooh, I see an errant ephemeron in here.
Wanna be green blue?
Want to be that? Like,
I'm fine with that. Like, I don't want Aspect of the Mongoose.
Mongoose. Yeah.
Monmovie Acid Moss is actually a card I like a lot.
It's a good card. So this is rampant growth for
And
forest.
Stone Rain tied together.
Oh, let's talk about other references. Ophidian Eye is a reference just to Ophidian the creature, which is it could not deal damage in combat to go ahead and draw a card. Flowstone was a mechanic from Nemesis. Uh, the flanking knights were from Mirage. This is the same rebel mechanic from Mercadian Masks that existed.
It's also a Kithkin.
Skittering Monstrosity is a reference to Skittering Horror and Skittering Scourge from the Urza block. Herd Nar, this sort of thing existed in Invasion, I believe. Oh my god, like every single card is a reference, and I won't be able to hit
Speaking
them
of
all.
Herdnar, I would be okay with one of Herdnar in this
Yeah.
deck with our Stalids.
When I say
Oh man, a Magus.
Magus of the Scroll, when I
It's the
say
cursed scroll
yeah,
Magus.
Shred Red asks literally every card is a reference. Yes, literally every card in here.
Mhm.
This is a common. This is a 4/2. In every other set, it would have no text, but in this one, it exiles itself and makes a land a swamp. Why? It's a reference to two different cards from
One of
ancient
them
magic.
in Chandelar. You can
Yeah.
find those cards in Chandelar. What card do we want here?
Magus of the Scroll, or I don't want Scarwood Tree Folk.
I don't really want like Slipstream or Screeching Sliver.
No, Kithkin Rebel was not the first Kithkin. There were four others before it.
Amaru Kiskin is the first one, I think. Dodecapod. Yeah, I don't care about Dodecapod.
I don't know if Magus of the Scroll is correct, but I think it's the best thing in here because like I want to be in blue. Like I like blue green with what I have, but I don't like anything else in that pack for it. Oh my!
Spike Feeder and oh my god. Okay.
And also foil Norin the Wary.
Norin is so fun. Okay, normally it would be Spike Feeder here because that's just like a good
Yeah,
creature.
right.
But
But this lets me. What if I live in this world? I realize the Spike Feeder exists. The problem with Spike Feeder is that damage on the stack no longer exists, so it's a little weaker.
and you can't infinite in this.
Green Seeker is a reference to a mechanic from Mercadian Masks that were Spell Shapers.
Spell Shapers are good. I like Spell Shapers.
This is a reference to a spell called Congregate.
Only Divine Congregate's not good.
Congregate.
Divine Congregation's kind of worse.
Congregate is a card that gets played a lot in like
Oh, in limited, yeah,
multiplayer
I'll
zones.
play a card to gain 20 life. Sure.
Thesis. Thesis.
So we have a Search for Tomorrow and a Flash Bear.
Yeah, this is literally just Bear with Flash.
It's a fine card.
Madness. This is a Madness 0 card.
Yeah, Call to the Netherworld's a fun card. Corpulent Corpse isn't really that fun.
I like Search because if I play Search on 1, that's Spore Sword Thallid on 3.
Yeah. Drifter Ildal is a part of this really weird blue aggression plan.
Yeah.
And that sort of tax is an old style effect. You would see that a lot on old
This
cards.
is a reference to Blinking Spirit. Oh my god, every card's a reference. I might not be able to tell you what every card is a reference to, but I can assure you that every card is in fact a reference.
Oh, here's another one of those reserve list cards. And
I'm wondering. Okay, so like
Hush Mage?
I'm looking at Hush Mage because this is such a weird card. It counters activated abilities on come into play, and then you can bounce it. I'm also looking at Prismatic
Lens. Yeah, Prismatic Lens is good ramp, good fixing.
More because of this. Look at the fours.
Yeah, the double greens.
No.
Uh,
The fours are really what I'm after. Like this
Yeah.
lets me play them all on turn 3.
Yeah, I think Hush Mage is worth going in on, but so is the Prismatic Lens. Chronotog Totem is not because of
Agreed.
you get to attack for 4 to skip your next turn.
Okay, so Garden Rager.
I'm the Rager. I think it's
So
easily the Thallid for us.
yeah, Snapback is also just an unsummon. Okay, so Snapback is a these are like free spells in.
Hmm.
Also, it's a reference to Snap and its effect.
It's no
Wormwood,
Force of Will is not. Wormwood Dryad is not so hot. It's okay. Those are 3 mana 3/1. Those are playable.
right? It can Forest Walk too.
Hmm.
It's sort of a reference to Stifle because it doesn't counter triggers, but it counters activated abilities. Hmm.
There's the Acid
Acid
Moss, and then
Moss?
there's the Temporal Eddy.
Yeah, Eternity Snare costs 6, and that's a lot.
That's Cantrip.
Acid Moss is probably fine. Yeah. Okay, I'm fine with having a Haven Woodworm if I
Hey,
already.
with this kind of ramp we got going on, yeah,
Yeah. This is a good combat trick.
it's a rather good combat trick.
So, not. Okay. There are going to be spells that aren't references to old spells because they're their own new thing. Like clock spinning is. Even I guess even clock spinning is sort of, but like
And,
there's
and Cancel's just a reprint.
right. I'm thinking either like Burning Blade Ascari or another Munwolvie Acid Moss. I don't know if red is like real enough though.
No, we don't need another Acid Moss, I don't think.
I'm fine playing Burning Blade Ascari because this is a 2/2 with flanking. It's not super good, but it's fine.
Maybe we get a million slivers and mill our opponent out. Maybe we can turn our Thalids into slivers.
Take a fog and Drifter Eldal. So we are in green X, where X is something.
We have the capability to splash, especially if we
Easily.
can get a Tetramorphic Expanse.
Yeah. All right, we got a number of slivers on. I could just pick up that Rift Bolt. What's below the curve? Okay, Wormwood Dryad, good.
Yeah, there's
Conspiracy
Statler
being
Germinator, Terramorphic Expanse, Rift Bolt.
yeah, Rift Bolt, Thala Germinator. Like, is red worth going in on instead of the?
Instead of Errant Ephemeron. Maybe we splash Errant Ephemeron. Mm.
Yeah.
Here's Phyrexian Totem, another one of those guys.
So Fungal Sliver is a reference to Fungasaur.
Hmm.
Might Sliver is also incredibly powerful. I'm just not going to be the one in that deck. Somebody else is,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, somebody else is
There's
getting
some-
Might Sliver
there's some-
and Bone Splitter Sliver.
Guess what that's a reference to, player? Says it in the name.
Hmm. Man, look at that Tectonic Fiend. It is a 6 mana 7/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rift Bolt's nice.
Rift
I
Bolt's
like Rift
good.
Bolt.
Thala Germinator would also be just fine.
He might wheel. He wheeled last time.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of mediocre on his own. He's like okay, but with the triple Spore Sower Thallid, he gets a little ridiculous.
Okay, Gustalo Cavalier is the foily thingy there.
Hmm. There's Spell Blast. There's Looter Ilcore.
Looter Ilcore. There's just Dirkwood Borer. There's
Dirkwood Boar, or Dirkwood Baloth, which is like a Dirkwood similar to Void. Yeah, here's a invitational card.
an invitational card. That's Kai's. Looking at either Looter Ilcore or Dirkwood Baloth.
Dirkwood Baloth would be okay. Looter Ilcore would be sweet if we wanted to try to be blue. Then we didn't end up doing things like trying to wheel Chromatic Star.
I am a big ass fan of Looter Ilcore, and I
I
feel like
love Looter Ilcore. Yes, we'll open another Fiery Temper, and then we'll be stupid. God, imagine Looter Ilcore in. Well, no, there is Looter Ilcore. The key is the closest you're getting to Looter Ilcore
Yeah.
in Shadows.
ooh,
Clockwork Hydra. Eh?
I'm
Or
looking,
Might of Old
I was gonna say
Croja.
I'm looking at Might of Old Croja as well. This is a giant growth that's interesting because it's both better and worse, which is
Yeah.
a hard design to do at times. You know?
Yeah, it's there's a word for that. It's like similar to Fido Burst, but
Yeah.
also a bad giant growth, but an okay giant growth.
Right.
Clockwork Hydra is just like more top end.
Right. Like, do I just want like more prismatic lens, or do I want,
Prismatic Lens would let us cast more.
or do maybe I just want Might of Old Croja and
Might of Old Crozier is pretty good on a 1/1.
I'm not picking Empty the Warrens because I ain't no.
They no Storm deck with our 4 drops.
Yeah,
Yes, side grade to Giant Growth is the correct way to do it.
it's a 4/4.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with the side grade to Giant Growth here.
It's a 4/4. It grows. When it loses a counter, it pings something. Ooh, Fledgling
Ooh,
Mawkor.
Fledgling Mawkor. That's a pinger. Also, Thallid Shell Dweller would be a card I really want to have as well.
Yeah,
Um,
look at that Locket of Yesterdays. There's a
make
Mind
these.
Lash Sliver, which
ma-
is a reference to Mind Lash Thrall, I think.
I think
No,
so.
Mind Slash
How about
Thrall is referenced in the spell Mind Slash, I
how,
think,
how about
which
yeah? I was
has the
gonna say
art of Mind Slash
what was it?
Thrall.
What about just mind? What about mind swords? That's sort of the same. No, that's the removal.
I know
It's
that's effect thing.
there. Look, there's a thousand references. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I
There's
want a pinger. Also, I can play this even if I'm off blue.
mhm.
So
And there's a Jettis Dragoons, which is known as a very well known crappy card. Look at that thing.
somehow it's still playable.
It's terrible, but you play
Oh,
it.
I hate my hate of that card is that it gains you 4 life on 5 toughness. What is that? Who did that? Like,
Um,
hmm, Coral Trickster perhaps out of all of this.
yeah, it's a piker.
Well, like it has Twiddle on it, which
Give me Twiddle, which um,
Coral Trickster was important because it was like the first return of Merfolks.
hmm.
Merfolks had been basically thrown into the garbage. Um,
I think it's better than Sage of Epitur, and I don't think we
yeah,
want another Havenwood worm.
I don't. Yeah, that's really what I'm thinking. And like even the red cards aren't like really good in here. The white is looking okay. Ivory Giant's fine.
Yeah.
I realize that I'm 7 mana 3/4, but the fact it comes into play has haste.
Yeah, when you actually suspend Ivory Giant, it's weird. Ivory Giant's one of 2 cards that does that, and the other one is Timbermare.
So we also have the this is the mechanic we saw in that Rebel earlier. Orcish
Um,
Cannonade. I love this card.
Orcish Cannonade is a strange card.
Our, our colors are being hit. Our colors are being hit heavy.
There's Mind Stab.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Evil Eye of Urborg. Wow. Which is a reference to I believe it's a 3/6 of the same basic
and
text.
there's Evil Eye of something. The old Evil Eye does something strange, or um, what do we want here?
I don't know. I'm thinking about stealing the Cannonade.
A
Like,
Cannonade, or I don't think we're regarding Rager.
yeah, I'm gonna steal the Cannonade. I don't know if I'm playing it, but I like it more than anything else in there. Ooh, Dirkwood Tracker. This is fight on a
It fights attacking
yeah.
creatures.
It it, it,
Okay,
it has fight on it,
that's fine.
which is fine.
4/3's fight. Okay.
Well, the thing is, it gives me more like removal for evasive creatures, which this set has a lot of different types of evasion, like Trespass
Shadow,
Ilvec, or
Shadow and
Shadow
flying,
Sliver, or flying off of
and
things,
unblockable.
Errant Ephemeron, that sort of thing. God, have I explained Suspend?
Let's explain suspend real
Yeah,
quickly. Okay, when you cast something for its suspend cost, it gets exiled with a number of time counters on it. You remove a time counter at the beginning of your upkeep. When you remove the last time counter, you cast it from exile at instant speed. If it's a creature, it gains haste. It doesn't. Notably, it does not lose haste at the end of turn. It
it
just
just
has
has
haste
haste.
permanently.
And then this has Regenerate as its ability on it. So Yavimaya Dryad is
More ramp.
pretty cool. Actually, like having that card makes having Wormwood Dryads actually better. So
Yeah, because notably, Yavimaya Dryad gives target player your forest. So you can just cast it as unblockable 2/1 if you give your opponent your forest.
yeah,
Yeah, we've played Greater Gargadon enough to want to snap that Terramorphic Expanse, or do we pick up that Wormwood Dryad?
like is the Wormwood Dryad playable now? I kind of want the Terramorphic if I actually want to be able to splash the blue.
Yeah, that seems fine. It's also just a good card. Terram
Right.
These we've played for Terramorphic Expanse forever.
Yeah, like I could pick up that Dryad so that I have like multiple forest walking things, and that's sort of my thing. But I also don't want to be giving that forest out a lot. Yeah. I don't care about anything in here.
I guess we pick Molder as like a
Yeah,
sideboard card.
sure.
Yeah, Cash-in Crier. Wow,
Yeah.
it's Menace.
So the Akashian Crier is both a reference to being the spell Raise the Alarm on the Spell Shaper, and also the spell, I believe it's Acacian Town, is that the spell?
Uh,
There,
yeah, there's something that's Acacian.
give
A
me
Fortify so we don't get
Fortify.
fucking blown out by it.
Yeah. Yep, this was the first printing of oh, there we go. Cool. So this was the first printing of was this? Yeah, I think this was the first printing of Cancel. Like it's not actually a reprint at this point.
Is it? I thought it was.
No, like at some point it had to be a first time it was printed, and this was it.
Yeah, true enough.
Oh.
Mystic Snake! What?
Hi.
Yeah, we were rewarded. Mishra is cool, but Mishra's funny because you really want to make an Elder deck out of him, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah, whenever an artifact comes into play, search your deck for a copy of that artifact, and or search your not your just your deck, but also like your hand or grave for a copy of that artifact and put it into play. Crook Transmuter is also very powerful because it's a 3-power flash flyer that flips power and toughness on a damn common. Also, is a
Good,
like
it's a good, really good common. Primal Force Mage is good if you're in the Suspend deck. Strength in Numbers is an okay combat trick.
strength of numbers seems like it'd be good in our deck with the Spore Sower Thal. It's just handed out like free, you know.
Yeah, just plus it gives trample is an important thing. Ferocian Interceptor there is referenced to Ferocian Giant, who is referenced in Ferocian Totem as well.
Yep. Man, there's just so many little references in this set. It's incredibly like it's there's so much going on mechanically and like card wise. This was not the like this was an early set for me. I started in Champion, so this was the third block.
Hmm
Uh, Tivadar of Thorn, reference to Tivadar's Crusade. Hey,
Hey!
our friend.
What do we want here? There's Snapback, there's
I'm kind of looking at the Lightning Axe
oh
because
right, Lightning. We're playing red. I forgot for a second.
I think we're blue as color 2 and red as color 3, and red is like Riftbolt Lightning Axe.
Yeah, maybe are we greedy enough to play Magus of the Scroll? I think so.
Well, see, the thing is, Magus of the Scroll is shitty when it comes on down on 1, and good when it's your last card in your hand.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's Cursed Scroll. It
Yeah.
does the job of Cursed Scroll. Yeah, Evolving Wilds is the functional reprint of Terramorphic Expanse.
Thrill of the Hunt's a good combat trick. This was
It's really good if you're in green-white
this
because
was actually played in Constructed because of like it won a Tarmogoyf fight and then it won a Tarmogoyf fight. Like,
you can also play it twice
yeah,
to zoop to boop. Yeah, Kestrel Cloud Chaser. You got the scratch that reverse. It is a good card. But Lightning Axe, you say? Pandemonium, you say? Yeah, we're picking Pandemonium. We're not picking our fourth Spore Sower Thal. What are you talking about? We're picking Pandemonium.
check out these skeletons.
Okay, here's a case for Pandemonium. Your
All
Thalids
right,
pink
good
when they
case, good
come to
case,
play.
good case, good job. Flagstones of Troycare, which was a powerful land, a lot more powerful when the Legend rule killed them both. Actually,
Because you have Flagstones in play, you play your second Flagstone, they both die, you get 2 planes. So you can also tap the first Flagstones before. And there's a slot
thick-skinned
to
goblin. Thick-skinned goblin has the Keeper of Kukis line of text, which gives it the protection of freaking like it's so.
There is a Mog War Marshal there. There's a big Mog War Marshal in the past. He's like a 6-mana 3/3. That he's like a
No,
similar to.
is Flagstones worth cash? Whatever. Goodbye.
Probably not in tickets.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who cares? Ah, Domain.
Dan. I love Dan.
I am kind of interested in taking Tromp for our deck. That actually might be better. It's an
6
overrun.
mana bad overrun. Doesn't
Well,
give trample.
I do have Trample. creatures you control gain trample
Gain
on.
trample. Okay.
The reason I'm looking at overrun is because of this. Like,
Man, do we want an overrun?
like especially if we're 3 color, like because I can support that. Dan Dan has really good art because like you have the boats, but then the focus is not the boat. The focus is the boats, but there's the fish.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I also kind of want that
So
Ashcoat bear.
bear, yeah, I know. I'm almost wanting to take the like search 2 just so I can more effectively ensure turn 3 spore sower Thallid, but I think having an overrun is something I want. Hey, coalition victory.
Hey, coalition victory. A glass asp, eh? That's a reference to a different asp that used to exist. More cards from
It,
Chandelar.
man, it even has that text of the poison on that.
Mm-hmm.
You pay 2 before your next draw step. Dark Withering, which is a pretty good removal spell if you can madness it, and if not, it's
It's it's junky if you don't, but you play it.
So I always liked this card because it was a really weird like way to get through, because you could put it on your guy to get through, or you could put it on your opponents to give them shadow and like can't block.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pick glasps. Yeah, the glasp.
Gotta pick up the Glasp. Yeah, Naf's Asp. That's the name of the card.
Yeah, I feel like our curve does need the bear like you were talking about, but how about Fathom Sphere? I don't know. That's probably the best thing in here.
Are we going? Man, do we want to cast Gush? Wow, that's hard to say. You know, they've written books about Gush. I'm not lying.
Powerful card. Man, it's just such hey, assembly worker. And this is
Assembly worker, yeah. That actually has an interaction in this set. If you have
Urza's Factory. Yep.
For 7 mana, you too can have 3/3s.
Yeah, I mean it can target itself on the block, which makes it
Yeah, you can do the Mishra's Factory trick.
I mean it's a Mishra's Factory.
Yeah. Yeah, Scarwood Tree Folk's okay, but it's not that something we want. Stonewright Invocation, you say?
I played this card and constructed enough. I've lost this card and constructed enough. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, Looter Core. Like, I want Looter Core #2 very badly, but also even like Spinneret Slower is fine too.
You know what's really funny is that gives Split Second and Shroud.
Well, that's the point. Like,
yeah, it's like uninteractable.
Yeah, there is no way for you to kill this unicorn.
Oh man, I want that Spinneret.
So in constructed, I was both on the I was usually the person going turn 2 or 3 Oran Viper, and then on turn 4 you attack with the Oran Viper, and they're like, cool, I'll putrefy your guy in combat, and it's like, whatcha, and then they die.
Oh, this is an empty-ish pack.
Yeah, like,
do we want another worm, or do we actually want to pick up a... We have too many 4s to be playing Scarwood Tree Folk.
Yeah. Primal Force Mage is a swell creature. It's really good with Suspend, but our deck does not work well with it.
Yeah, like the salads that come into play stay 4/4s for... Actually, let me read the salad. Are they... Do we want a storage land? Yeah, you can instant speed into salads. Is the Primal Force Mage on your turn only?
No, it's both turns. You can do it as a block.
Yes, so you can sneak in 4/4s. I guess speaking of, we can try. No, there's the transmuter.
So like I could pick up Primal Force Mage as like a 3-drop that lets me block with Thalids as 4/4s. But there's also a flyer here too, and it's a pretty decent one, especially if you can kill. Yeah, Dementia Sliver is I didn't even bother looking at the text on it. Man, I feel like I want one more search for tomorrow in this deck for it to function correctly, because 4 is so important. Gonna take Snapback here.
Yeah, I think what that means is we're casting Yavimaya Dryad as like Wood Elves. We did actually look to see how many tickets Flagstones is.
It's not much. I'm gonna steal it anyway. Hey, Ashcoat Bear.
Hey,
I want
thank God.
Even over the curve part of that matters a lot more than the.
Okay, it's like a ticket
yeah.
and a half.
Hey, plated Plagueis. And Green Seeker. Green Seeker is probably okay.
Maybe okay.
Yeah.
It is ramp, but
I,
it's
yes, I was definitely aware of not picking the search like that. This was a difficult pick. I feel like this is more important than the extra search.
so now we have to figure out what the hell we're doing here. I guess the first question is, do we actually want to play red?
Yeah, that's a good question, ain't it?
Like between prismatic lens, terramorphic expanse, uh,
I'm gonna immediately cut out cards I just don't want in here.
yeah, we can cut a lot of creatures.
Yeah, I want to play red because it's the only like actual removal I have.
Yeah, the splashing for removal is fine. It's all pretty light. Um,
How much blue do I want in here then? Like, I don't know if I want snapback. Like,
what's snapback do
it's just
again?
unsummon, 2 mana unsummon.
It's 2 mana on summon. That's okay.
I don't know if I want. Actually, the Green Seeker, if I'm playing 3 color, might work just because of fixing. Do we be greedy and add Hero Swamp, Hero Plains to the overrun? That's
I don't think we want that. No.
okay.
Not with our look at our 4 drops and look at all those green mana symbols.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Also that Mystic Snake.
it's
So
incredibly important.
um
Oh, Viscera Deepwalker's not
yeah,
good
Viscera
enough.
Deepwalker is another one.
Some of the blue I could cut down on.
Do we oh, I keep looking at that Fathom Seer.
Or
I love
we have
Are
2
we
islands.
Gush? Yeah, we only have 2 islands. Yeah, that's a fair
We
thing.
here's the answer to your question. The answer is always yes. Like if you're asking, are we Gush? Like the actual question is, do we have 2 islands? Because if you do have 2 islands, you're Gush. I don't
Okay,
care what you're doing.
here's my problem with Gush.
There's no problem with Gush. But go on.
It feels like every time I've played with it, I've fucked up somehow. It's like I don't know how to. I haven't read the book on how to play with Gush yet. I
Ah,
guess I should go do that. I guess the answer is you return 2 islands to your hand and draw 2 cards. But
yeah, that's a good way to play Gush. I kind of want to cut out some of the cards that just don't do a lot. Like I don't know if Coral Trickster is worth having in.
yeah, do we want to play Piker?
So when we're talking about Gush, we're talking about Fathom Seer because Fathom Seer is a reference to the card Gush, which was a 5 mana instant that just said, as an alter cost, return 2 islands to your hand and draw 2 cards, which is what this thing's face-up cost is. Coral Trickster is a twiddle.
Yeah, a tapper on tap target permanent.
I kind of want to like cut like something out of 4s, but that doesn't seem possible because both of the blue 4s are flyers. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe Havenwood Worm, which is weird because I have all this ramp, but like I want to stop at 5 or 6.
Well, we have all this ramp, quote unquote, when we have like
Well,
3 pieces of ramp.
I mean that's a lot more ramp than we usually have, but
Yeah.
the spider is a 2/4 that becomes a 2/4.
And the spider's good. It's also anti-flying technology. Aaron Defim runs another a 7 drop. It's a 2.
Yeah, this is a fake 2.
Jeez, what do we cut? So we need 3 cuts, right? Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna keep the red as just
Yeah, Rift Bolt and Lightning Axe.
Yeah.
2 cuts.
I'm
Do
sitting
we
here.
want Giant Growth?
Yeah, I'm considering that sort of thing, or even like Green Seeker.
How about just Green Seeker Giant Growth?
Oh, I love Megas. I just don't know like how much I want, like what else to cut out.
Magus, 3 reveal card from your hand or at random. If you name the cards you reveal, it shocks.
Yeah,
So
it's,
like
it's
Curse
Curse Troll. I kind of want to include it, but like I also want to make that red splash like not as heavy. But on the other hand, like Megas of the Scroll is also just a really good way to like win a stalled out game.
We can side into it if we feel like that's something we need.
For trackers on the battlefield, yeah, if we have 1 card in hand, it's a perpetual shock. I'm really glad this isn't fast build, by the way.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I hate that they make you fast build in shadows because shadows sometimes you have either too good or too bad of a deck to do it fast.
We have
We do have Megaton of 4 drops because we have 4 copies of Spore Sower Salad somehow.
yeah.
That's true. We already have Overrun to install games. Like I don't know. I don't know if Green Seeker. Yeah, I don't like Green Seeker very much. Because basically what it says is green tap, put a land from your hand into play, which is okay, but
Right. Kind of wondering if like maybe Dirkwood Tracker wants out just because of that attacking restriction. I think I like Shadows a lot more because it comes off of the feet of Battle for Zendikar, because Battle for Zendikar was just kind of like it's relative.
okay,
It's
the fast
relative.
build for Battle for Zendikar was easy. Like you never had enough cards to have a playable deck, anyways. Um, but Shadows is a good set with. Okay, so we took out the tracker. We have one more cut to make.
I feel like the tracker is something I want for like
Flyers.deck or something, or
yeah,
Shadow.deck.
flyers.deck or shadow.deck, evasion.deck.
So I'm taking either Green Seeker or Might of Old Croja. Like, do we want?
I'm aware that Green Seeker says into your hand, because if the card slid into play flat, it would be busted. Like,
Oh,
but
it's search. Oh man, it's worse than I thought. Then
oh god, if this put it straight into play, that would be the most ridiculous ramp in the universe. Like, basically, I don't think we need it because
yeah.
we have
Well, I hate that card now.
we have
Yeah.
Terramorphic Expanse, Prismatic Lens, and Search for Tomorrow to all find our colors. I'm not going to play like Plains or Swamp. My green commitments are way too large.
Yeah.
I was very happy about Rosewater's article about him saying that BFZ was shitty, except for that he said it was shitty for the wrong reasons by just throwing Rise of the Eldrazi under a fucking bus for no
He
reason. Which
com-
is
he compared Battle for Zendikar
yeah.
to Rise of the Eldrazi, even though they're nothing alike.
Anyway, let's put in some some lands and call this a
Lands. We
day.
do need lands to win the game. Geez, how do you even? Yeah, Hero Swamp and then 10-5. That's 6 green cards with or 6 blue cards with 6 blue sources or 7 blue sources. That's fine.
It's fine with me. I'm
They're
still
all
wondering.
single blue
I'm
except
still
for
a bit,
Bludgeon Mawcore.
I'm still a bit wondering if like we're actually gonna have those islands for Fathom Seer, but on the same time, like if I don't, then Mystic Snake isn't castable. So you know,
Yeah, I would like maybe one more island just for Mystic Snake, but that's fine. Also, if
I
we
have two.
might end up just worst case worst, Fathom Seer is Grey Ogre, so like it's
Yeah,
a morph creature.
yeah.
I feel like Mark Rosewater has good ideas and bad ideas and does not know the difference between the two of them.
Medibot, that story is so good every time I hear it. When you look, this is my armor. You can't touch me.
I wonder if Mark Rosewater actually plays drafts. What if he doesn't?
They don't
What if
play
Mark
it.
Rosewater has never been to a draft his entire life?
Okay, there's a lot of. I like that we have a couple options on the board as well. Like I
Yep.
can bring in like if there's a longer game going on, like Megas can come in, and that's pretty cool.
We have Dirkwood Tracker, and we have Havenwood Worms if we need to go over the top.
Yeah.
Which is like I'm going to cast 5/6s with Flash.
It deals. I take. Okay, it takes 0 damage. What? That's. It's the best. I love that.
See, I love that the armor is impregnable, but how would that deck do against 6 or so Ulamog's Crushers?
Well, luckily that's not
I
that
don't care
format.
about your life. I don't
That's
care
not
about damage. I care about. Yeah, nobody gets 6 Ulamog's Crushers
in
in.
that format. No freaking way.
What if you did though?
There's no way. Why the hell would we Lightning Axe a Piker?
No, we put 2 4s and 4 4s in front of Piker.
I was gonna say I believe every creature in our deck blocks a Piker, except for Ludriel Core, which cannot block a Piker.
No, Ludero Core could block certain Pikers.
Certain Pikers,
Certain Pikers die by this 2 mana 1/1's hand.
some Pikers. So this is I'm happy about this deck because it gets to do this silly thing. So okay, so to quick explain this, Thala Germinator is the basic of this. You at the beginning of your upkeep put a spore counter on it, remove 3 spore counters to make a sapperling, and then an ability, sapperling for +1/+1. The Spore Sower Thalid, I don't know if I've actually said this. Put a spore counter on each fungus, so they start stacking.
Like if you have multiple in play, no, uncertain pikers only die when observed, Emily. If you don't observe the piker, the wave
okay.
fungus
You were talking
collapse.
about Medibots aren't okay. That makes more sense. I thought you were talking about the lightning axe we had, and I was like, "There's no way I'm going to be like turn 2 lightning axing things."
Oh man, lighthouse chronologist.
Oh
Okay.
boy! All right, let's go first.
Hey, we're fighting Braids, who is another time spiral card.
Boom, boom, shakalaka! Look at this curve.
Hey, all 3
1,
colors, spore
2,
spawn.
3.
Yeah, so we lead with search and then turn to errant ephemeron, or do we turn 3?
It depends on our draw.
Huh?
It depends on our draw because I might have to use that Terramorphic in order to play Spore Sower Thalid on 3.
We might. We're likely to draw land until then. Target spotted.
Okay.
If you're playing on Moto,
Boom, shakalaka!
okay. If you're playing on Moto, don't screw up your casting things from suspend. By the way, because if you don't cast them from suspend, they just go away forever. Like,
I could have played.
Braids.
I could have played Looter there too, but you know, upkeep. Okay. 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 Cast the card.
You have to cast it.
And go grab Mountain. Oh look, Tromp the Domain. Then let's go ahead and cast Spore Sower Thalid. Here's a 4/4 on turn 3. I'm a limited deck. I feel like I'm cheating. Sure.
Okay, that card I mentioned.
Yep.
It's okay.
Alright, I'm going to always yield to this trigger.
It's going to happen. I think, yeah, just... Do we want to hold Terramorphic Expanse just to loot?
I want to get the 6 lands for Trump the Domains.
That's true.
Anyway.
Is our opponent also 3 color?
Looks like it. What's attacking?
I want to draw more Spore Sower Thalids.
A morph!
A morph! What could it be? It could be a wizard, it could be any number of infinite things. Almost all morphs are blue in this set.
I was gonna say, one of the things they did with morph in this set was, an errant ephemeron. A little late. A little late to the party. Let me pull up mine, because that's important to have over here as well. Let's put the little...
Dueling ephemerons.
Yeah, I'm just setting this up. Sorry, opponent. We're going to have to spend a little time on setup here. So, all the morphs are in blue so that there's actually a surprise to it. You know.
Yeah, we want to have double island, because we already have double green.
Okay, well, next turn we get errant ephemeron.
You also get a 1/1 next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we found our card to loot.
Yeah, let's attacking. I could have played that and gotten 6 extra damage, which is not lethal, so. But next turn it is. So, you know.
Pitch Might of Old Croza then, or do we pitch the land? If you want to actually cast Trump the Domain.
I want to cast Trump the Domain, so I'm actually going to discard the Might. That's really funky, but... And then we're holding the land, so that... Actually, nah, I don't think we have a reason to hold it against these colors. Anyway, next turn we have lethal without Tromp, and I'm going to Tromp, so... Fathom Seer. All right, they get to draw some cards and have 2 less lands next turn, which is all I care about.
Okay, there's Gush. Our opponent has cast Gush.
Yep.
Saprolings are not fungi. They're saprolings.
I'm so happy about this deck.
Yeah, for the Ephemeron's going to come up and then get +3/+3 in haste. Well, he's already got haste,
Yeah.
but +3/+3 in trample.
That spell's going to resolve and my opponent's going to be deleted.
They're going to get crushed.
Like, okay, so Dream Stalker, which this is a good card actually, and it's interesting because it's a very good defender. Like it blocks the Spore Sower Thallid. That's
Plus, he can bounce his Fathoms here if he wants to.
but also you can just bounce a tap land. I'm wondering if my opponent just has like Fog, but
We
I don't
just attack anyway.
I would say I don't think I respect that. So
Like, do we just not blow the like? If you suspect fog, then we can just attack.
one more. Okay, yeah, one more. Okay, click. There we go.
Yeah, it's just cast Aaron from Ron.
Nah, Fog's fake. By the way, it's called Dawn Charm if he plays it. So
Dawn Charm.
I think that's in this set.
It's like holy. No, I think that's in
Or is that actually in the next set? Okay, that's the card I'm thinking of. I don't care. I'm going for it anyway.
Yeah, Dawn Charm is in. All the charms are in Planar Chaos.
Cool. I'm sitting here. Then I'm playing around. I was thinking about cards that don't exist. Anyway, this is how the deck is supposed to go. I've done it. So
I was wondering if Holy Day got time shifted or not.
Darkness did.
Darkness did though. So I was wondering which one of those did.
So So one of the things about I guess to talk about while I'm sideboarding, it's a bit difficult to remember which cards are in which sets because they all very much blend together. So, but the 3 themes of the sets we have: Time Spiral, Planar Chaos, and Future Sight are like past, present, future. So this set has these reprints. It's a lot of references to old cards on everything. Planar Chaos is all about like shifted things, like what if
It's like intimidate. Like they basically invented red fear and like all sorts of things.
Yeah, like what if Wrath was black?
Or what if we make Phantom Ship a white creature, a Malik of Dawn?
This was still a slot, but it was just color shifted cards. And then Future Sight is all about future crazy.
What could be?
Yeah.
Things like Steam Flogger Boss.
Yeah.
And Boldwind Intimidator, and
Cowards.
Lands that cost $40 or $60 for no reason.
Yeah. Doing it.
Yep, this seems fine. Will we give our opponent the forest?
Yeah, Bold Weir Intimidator.
Whatever.
You've been owned.
Descrider Paragon, huh? That's a 3/3.
Pro black. That has a good suspend timing. Just 3 turns.
I guess we do get to ask, do we give our opponent the forest?
I don't think that's a question for this turn. I think Warmwood Dryad's the better drop.
A morph?
And that way we can answer that question at a later date.
Because next turn we're just going to make a Spore Sower Talon.
Yes, and I need to...
Opponent seems to have a fair amount of flyers.
Yes, that seems
If we go to
their
game 3,
theme.
we might want the fight guy.
Yeah.
Although the fight guy loses the fights.
Yeah, it's literally 1-for-1 removal with that stuff.
It's not the worst, but it's not good either.
Huh.
You get to decide if we also want to gush.
You actually have it. We have 4 talents.
Yeah, we have 5 thalads, but we have 4 Spore Sower Thalads.
Yeah, we have 4 Spore Sower talents. I'm gonna...
Attack. See what this guy is.
Yeah. Oh, rip. Alright. Goodbye.
Yeah, opponent flyers.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and... So this gives information to our opponent.
Casting
Boiling one.
the foil one. See if they noticed. So we're getting attacked for 5 here.
Maybe. Fledgling Lockor might get held back. Probably not, though, yeah.
Yeah.
So, flyers are pretty dang powerful in this format, and we're going to have to find a way around them.
Holding things up. Although, as things stand, we win the race.
If I resolve a guy.
Yeah, if we resolve.
Oh, okay. Do you have a flash at the end of turn, then? Like, you might have the transmuter, the 3-1 that we talked about, that we have?
Mm-hmm. Then we lose the race.
Oh, or just pass. Yeah, Fledgling Makor is a reference to Makor, which is a pinger. There's a lot of references. I haven't gone through all of them, and I'm sorry, but I will not be able to say them all, as literally every card is a reference. Even Wormwood Dryad here. What's the hell's our opponent got here? Like Eternity Snare or something? Oh, they just have Snapback. Okay.
Sorcery speed, eh?
Well, we've got problems.
We need to draw a red source.
Yeah.
You can play Yavimaya Dryad just to try to waste our opponent's time.
I'm thinking I can play Yavimaya Dryad and Fathom Seer in the same turn. And that's my play.
Seems okay.
Let's go to combat first.
Our Kingdom for a Giant Spider is the actual thing.
Yeah. No shit. I want to draw some cards.
Yeah, Yavimaya Dryad might gain us 2 life and then dent the impact of Gush. Yeah, Wormwood Dryad's dead, and Yavimaya Dryad's going to die, so there's no reason to give it to our opponent.
And this thins.
Yeah, it's his second face-down creature to enter the battlefield.
First is Fledgling Makor.
It doesn't count under whose player's control because that sort of thing can change.
All right. So, yep.
We have a turn to live.
Okay.
Do you want to attack first?
No, because I could draw Trump the Domains and win.
Okay, then let us do so.
Okay. That is not going to cut it.
We attack for 5, 6, 7, and then die on the crackback.
Yeah.
Okay, Flyers got there.
The snapback bought enough time.
Are we interested in snapback?
Something, yeah, just anything to interact with this stuff is really worthwhile here, I think. Because, like, we basically lost to 2 cards. It wasn't even like, yeah, we have like a bunch of lands right now, but it's not like we were low on actual cards here. We just lost to 2 cards. Mm-hmm. So Let's go ahead and get anything to fix that. Basically, was very strong on turn 2. So,
And snapping that back is actually quite good
yeah,
because
let's go ahead and we'll go with Snapback. Where's my... Actually, Snapback's already in the deck.
do we want the other guy then? The Deskwood Tracker?
God, that's so bad, but better than, like, nothing against this sort of thing.
Well, it holds Fledgling Machor at home, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I would
It,
just use it as a removal spell on their other thing. Like, that'd be fine.
mhm. I guess
Maybe...
he also attacks for 4 damage. Do you want the scroll? I guess the scroll looks a little worse to Fledgling Machor.
I'm taking a Wormwood Dryad here and just calling this good.
It seems fine.
Like Chameleon Blur is just creatures would deal to players. I could bring in a literal ass fog.
We could bring in a fog.
Literal ass fog. Do I care about literal fog?
There's also Orcish Cannonade.
That's too red. I don't want it.
Or Coral Trickster to tap their guy at their combat stage.
Yeah. Let's just run it back here.
Yeah, I feel good about. We just have to. Our opponent's not all flyers. We just have to.
Sweet. This gives me the turn 3.
This gives us turn 3. It also.
Color.
Yeah, also color. It also has Thallid Germinator in it.
Yeah.
To benefit from Spore Sower Thallid.
I'm really happy with just being able to play the on-time Spore Sower Thallid. Like, on time. I know, on time. Heh. Errant Ephemeron on time? Uh-oh.
Okay.
Ah, yes, add diamond. Yeah, early is on time. On time is late.
Red, off-white.
Errant Ephemeron number 2. Oh, boy.
Okay.
Alright. Looks like we gotta make the cards that we have count, because we got nothing else.
Hopefully we can make 1/1s work.
I'm not gonna be responding to that trigger. I want my opponent to try to, like, snap in combat, you know?
A morph.
That will prevent me from attacking for 1 turn with Thallid Germinator, I believe.
I guess next turn we can...
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, I suppose.
We just cast it.
Yeah, because it still leaves us with Stonewood Invocation mana.
Fetching Mountain.
Yes. And how many turns are we on here? 3 and 2? 3 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to wait on the Thallid Germinator attack because I could use the Thallid to save it in combat.
Let's see what he's got.
Is this...
I mean, we've got this thing where Stonewood Invocation can get responded to by a morph because it doesn't use the stack.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Oh boy, it actually was Fathom Seer. Oh boy, I feel like we're just gonna crush our opponent.
Yeah, they're thirsty as hell.
That's some draw. Anyway, we got Stonewood Invocation.
We've got Stonewood Invocation, and they're a few turns off their Ephemerons.
Yeah.
We've also just got tricks on board with Thallid Germinator.
Yep, which we can make 2 Thallids immediately.
What is the active? Is it target creature or is it Thallid Germinator?
Target creature.
Tricks on board then.
Yeah.
Passable pump.
Passable pump for, like, this is a 5/5, so it can't be blocked by Errant Ephemeron.
And Thallid Germinator is a 4/4, so it trades.
Yeah. Actually, Thallid Germinator will be a 5/5 by that. Or sorry, no, we'll have a yeah.
Do you want to just counter that, or do we want to?
Counterspell, huh?
You want to cancel that?
I'm willing to spend this as counterspell here.
Yeah, I smell blood.
Yeah, same. Like, that is a pretty... I need a card.
Okay.
That means this is making a Thallid every turn.
Seems pretty good. I think we do want to make the Thalids too,
On end step.
in case we draw like Trump.
On end step.
And no reason to do it now, but
Actually...
you're looking at double blue.
Alright, anyway. So...
Cancel.
So, I get a Thallid every turn from Thallid Germinator now because counter, counter, counter. I have 7 spore counters every turn.
Spore. I got fucked up on spores, man. Hell yeah, dude. Love spores.
Fucked up with spores. Yeah. Okay, sure.
This hardcast your Makor.
Okay, that's fine. Please attack. Okay. Anyway. So, our opponent's at 10. Yeah.
So we get a Thallid, so we have a giant growth on board.
Yes. And we get to attack with 2/3 of the giant growth. And we draw Tromp the domains, right? Like, that's how this functions? No, okay, fine. Alright.
I think we just attack and see what happens.
If you wall jump off the deck, it wiggles.
Let's see. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Our opponent's dead on that block?
No, they're not.
Well, there's 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, the giant growth actually eats the guys.
Yeah.
And then we just
we do
giant
this.
growth to kill both his creatures.
Yeah, let's see. Remove 3 spore counters. Choose target creature. Sack a sapling.
Behold!
And then... Cool, 8 your board.
Then we get to do the same thing to the next Errant Ephemeron that arrives.
I'm so happy that the deck worked exactly as it should here. This is the garbage that I wanted.
Hooray!
Yay!
We beat the Flyers deck.
Well, good. We beat the person with the other Errant Ephemerons. Which is the card that's like, you know, this is the scariest flyer. I realize that it doesn't look like a lot, but a 4/4 is gigantic, and it's just 2 mana on turn 2 for it.
And on turn 4, it comes down and attacks. Like...
Yeah, so basically the way it works is you play it on 2, and then on turn 6 it appears. So it's basically like you pay 2 mana for an air elemental that gets to attack on time. They were off white, that's correct.
Or wait, 4 turns later, that's what I meant to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
So... Spores. 7 spore counters a turn.
We could have more.
We could. I mean, if we... if we have... How many saplings per turn would we get if we had all 4 spore spellers and the other Thallid out? We'd get 21 counters a turn. Which wouldn't actually be 7 because they're spread incorrectly. But over the course of 3 turns, we would get 21 of them. Yeah. Our deck is the Spore Spawn. We protect the Super Missile.
Yeah, we protect Super Missile. We're a vision of things to come.
Yep. If you You can take the super missile without touching us at all. We won't actually like.
You just have to go around, and you have to already have super missiles.
Yeah, but no, we definitely have a super missile back there.
And we keep it down in the basement,
Right.
just to just to take it out every once in a while and look at it and glare.
Well, we can't. We don't have anything to launch it.
Now I have to see Crocomire about that. He's our pilot.
So I played through Super Metroid today,
Mm-hmm.
and I was very happy about it because I was playing it. I was over at Luke's playing it on the Super Nintendo, and like I had finished the game, and it was like 45% finish, and it's like Luke had asked like, "Hey, so is 100% the actual like top end? Like is it 101 or something secret?" So I just reloaded it and then pulled out the space time beam,
Hooray! To show him that yes, you can go over
which
100%.
which I was most happy about because I'd never pulled that trick off before and just did it off of what I remembered it being. Like I was like, okay, I think I go to this room and I turn off wave, maybe ice. No, turn off wave, and then like shoot at this door and then jump through the door after a bunch of ones appear, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that worked. Okay, great. And Criteria's asleep. Perfect. That's all that matters. Anyway, that beam is so fun. All the ones appear on the top of the screen.
Yeah, that screws up your HUD. Does
Yeah.
that persists until you reset, right?
Yeah.
That's easy enough to do.
I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, does this actually fuck up a cart? Like, I don't think this fucks up a cart. Yeah, it probably doesn't fuck up a cart. Let's do it.
May have to buy a new card.
There's taskbars around.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I've killed it for you.
Haven't we seen Rampant Growth before?
I think so. That name sounds familiar. I mean, at this point, like, we've been playing for long enough, and there's only there is a limited amount of people that play on here.
Yeah, like there are a lot, but there's a limited amount. So
Yeah. I'm so happy with on time, air quotes.
on time, all air quotes. Turn early.
A lot of the times, Lightning Axe is going to either be costing 6 or discarding a land. There's basically no alternate modes.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
We don't need land past 6, so.
We barely need land past
Well,
5.
yeah.
Like, we have a
Heck,
use for land past 6.
we can loot them.
Yeah, which is what you're doing when you cast Lightning Axe.
Yeah, looting.
That's basically what you're doing.
So, what other? I'm trying to think of other. So, flying and evasion is really important in this format um, because like the green can just clog up the board like we could with how many thalids we could make. Like the other thing is we're very aggressive.
Yeah, white can also make a lot of tokens as well. So if you're playing against green white, you're basically not going to be able to get it on the ground.
Yeah. In just Time Spiral, we don't have a ton of mechanical overload yet. Future Sight is the set that's mechanics like for days.
Yeah, Future Sight likes to
30 plus mechanics.
Yeah, but Future Sight also likes to put multiple mechanics on the same card, which is something they don't like doing because they don't like commons to be like overly complex.
This is this is the set. This and Lorwyn are the two reasons that they don't like commons to be overly complex. Lorwyn for a different reason, because Lorwyn was a different complexity.
Yeah, it was like board state complexity, not
card
complexity. Whereas in this, you have like Icar Slick, one of my favorite
Yeah.
crappy removal spells.
I think that's good because it draws a card. You know.
Yeah, it also if you instant speed it, it draws a card. It's like 5 mana -3/-3, or it's just 3 mana -3/-3. Which we're playing Riftbolt, which
Yeah. I believe it's 6 on the cycle.
I think it's I'll look. I thought it was cycle 2, and then Madness 3.
I thought it was Madness Black and 3, but I don't like again like fuck if I remember all these.
Yeah, it's cycling two. It's cycling two, and then madness. No, it is six. Three in black. So
Yeah,
it's
okay, that's what I
I
thought.
th
3 in
I thought it
Black.
was cycling two, madness two, and a black, but we were both wrong and also right.
That, well, I said it was Madness 4.
Well, you said okay. You said it.
I said it was 6 total at Madness 4.
Yeah, but you said yeah. I thought you said it was. You said the cycling was two and a black.
No, the Madness.
That's how I heard it. We
Whatever.
we, we
Our
say
opponent's here.
madness. We say Monacost different anyways.
It's true.
Like you say two black, but that means two black
Um,
symbols. This is not a turn three Sports or Thallid. Can you accept that?
yes. I'm completely fine with this. It's not on time, but
Not on time.
yeah. Bit slow. We should be able to work
We'll
with it.
draw our one grizzly bear. It's fine.
I guess
One
the
in
thing I like the
33.
least here is that we are off blue, but whatever. Suspend? No. Oh, hey!
Hey, no longer off blue.
Also, no longer off time.
No, we're on time,
We're on
buddy.
time, everybody. This is so dumb. I'm glad
Yeah,
that's
that
what
was a
that
that was a
was a
demo.
demo.
Calls it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Called shots.
Called shots. Okay.
Man, 4 4 fours are still really good.
Yeah, I'm very
I,
happy with having 4. Oh my god. I'm very like I said, I'm very happy having 4 goddamn copies of this card.
yeah.
It feels
Hey
busted.
Ryan, this is our deck.
Yeah.
Somebody told us not. Well, someone was afraid when we started the stream about Sprout Swarm, and we said no. We're not doing Sprout Swarm yet. That's
That's
not
later.
the set. But it turns out, yeah, we're doing Sprout Swarm.
Sure. I guess this is the card that mucks up the board for them just as much. So
hmm
we'll go grab our blue because that'll turn us on our looter, and it won't turn us on our Mystic Snake, but it'll turn us on everything else. So
Drown our opponent in delicious mushroom pizza.
thank you, Sporso or Thallid. If I can just play Sporso or Thallid for the rest of the game, I will be completely happy.
I guess the next 4 turns
Yeah.
is Spore Thallid, Spore Thallid, Spore Thallid, Spore Thallid. Although that last Spore Thallid, I think we could also play a Wormwood Dryad on if we draw land.
Yeah. I also have Might of Old Crochet as like a trick when I go to attack if they actually have the block on me or whatever.
Siege Rhino is still seeing play in Modern, so Ryan still gets to be called Rhino Brover Turf.
Okay. And I always think I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm always incredibly scared that I'm gonna fuck this up. But you like actually can't.
Yeah.
But it's Magic Online, you know. Cool. Anyway.
The
Yeah.
first fungus comes down.
Four fours for days. Also, Wormwood Dryad actually is like can hit here.
Yeah, Wormwood Dryad's fine here. Ooh, Amaru Kiskin. Wonder if they have another Rebel.
They might.
They don't have the one you want with Amaru Scout, though. That wasn't
They,
until Future Sight.
nah, well, there's still a couple. So here's the thing. Okay,
Hiker.
I didn't mention this when I saw this card in the other Rebel Searcher. There's a number of cards that are just Rebels for basically no reason. It's kind of ridiculous, to be entirely honest.
Oh no, a guy that can attack into a.
Yeah, an infinite number of Thalids cannot block that correctly.
hmm Yeah, but the really sweet thing to do with Amaru Scout was to search up the pacifism.
Yes, that's the one you want. He might have the 1/1 Shadow that deals the damage to something else. Like, yeah, he could also have Defiant Vanguard, which we did see. This is kind of a good setup because they can, like, search and, like, cards to 1/1s. Like, they can get a board. They can get the ground stall very powerfully, but so can we.
So can we, yeah.
Anyway, I'm attacking because I have a Giant Growth if they, like, double block me.
Yeah. And then we can still get to play Spore Sower Thallid if it happens.
What's flanking do again? Whenever a creature without flanking blocks this creature, that creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn.
Blocks, importantly.
Yes.
Not blocked by. It's not Bushido.
Oh man, do you think our opponent has that one card that we never know all the text of? The
Oh, the guy?
the guy I don't remember
The guy who
knight
gets more text every time you look at him?
Yeah, the one that's like flanking and regenerate, and it's like it's a reference to like a 1/1 that. Anyway,
No, it looks like their plan is just to try to race us.
good luck. You can have fun with that one. Also, Fledgling Makor looks pretty good on this board too. I thought about just playing that instead.
Mm-hmm. Also, notably, they could have 2 mana +2/+4 as a trick.
They might actually have +X, where X is the number of creatures.
That's on attacking.
On
So.
just attacking creatures? I guess they have. No, there's no way. They have like a real madness card. What's going on? Okay, they just want some more tokens, I suppose. I want to play that Fledgling Makor pretty bad right now. Do they have the like tap 3? They might have. Oh god, if they have Glare of Justice, I'm in a bad zone.
Oh man, do they have Glare of Justice?
You gotta, yeah. That's
They
what
have Gaze of Justice. Okay.
I was gonna say that's what they. I was gonna say that's what they have set up for here is Gaze of Justice. Shit, that's good. Like I just thought about it. I'm like, why the hell did they do that? But the only reason they could makes sense.
They land for turn because they can't flash that back for another 2 turns if they.
6. Gaze of Justice is pretty freaking useful. I want that Fledgling Makor now.
Okay, we just. Yeah, we get that down. Yeah, so you can play Wormwood Dryad.
No. Has little to do with that. It might be better though than playing the Might of Old Crosa. Now that you say it that way.
Oh, do you want
I was
to punch your opponent for a bunch of damage? They would just chump with the 1/1.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. No, I was thinking about just leaving up the Might of Old Crosa, but it doesn't matter. The Wormwood Dryad is worth playing here though.
Now, Wormwood Dryad can hit our opponent for 8.
7. It's a 3/1.
Oh yeah, I kept thinking I keep playing Might of Old Crocia to actually be like
Fido Burst.
Fido Burst, but it isn't.
What what happened to our other Thallid?
Gaze of Justice happened.
Yeah. Yeah, a reference to a Scourge card. I believe it's a Scourge called Hand of Justice. That's tap 5 soldiers to do that. And it also, well, that's part of it. Sorry, it's a reference to 2 different cards, I believe. One, an older card that does a similar thing, and one look. It's always 1,000 references. I'm sorry. Like, you might say that this is just Raise the Alarm, but it's not, because it's also a reference to the 4 1/1 tokens. Yeah.
They can mix 5 actually.
I know. I think it's 6 mana. I think it's like white 4 for 4 1/1s or something like that.
It's large. Okay, so let's see here.
Okay, yeah. So flanker comes in.
We can attack for 8.
Really want our opponent to
10.
whiff on the.
Not find lands.
Yeah. Like miss a land drop here, I'd be really happy with. Okay.
Okay, what do we do here then?
Force this.
Like first things first.
You know, and then we'll snap back later. But first things first, I want to force a Zamoro Scout activation right now. And then we'll work from there.
And this will like allow a spore spawner Thala to attack.
Yes.
It
Also,
depends. Well, let's see what he gets off the scout.
it's likely I'm thinking 1/1 Shadow or maybe the 2/2 Divine Vanguard that would kill
Yeah,
it.
we did see
Oh,
divine.
or I would say Oromaru Seekers too. That's a good one. This has white
Fear.
fear, but white fear.
It's intimidate, but
Yeah, it literally just has effectively intimidate, but it doesn't change with the core,
yeah,
so it doesn't.
yeah, it's because yeah.
Anyway, so that forest our opponent has is going to be now only a drawback and nothing else. And then I'm going to attack with everything, because if he blocks with everybody, I'm just going to Might of Old Crochet and laugh.
And if he does block with everybody, that turns off Gaze of Justice, even if he
Yes, that's
gets there.
That's important to me. I think it's just a token in front of it, to be honest.
Yeah, chump happens. Yeah.
I fear Raise the Alarm Lady in the sense that it is dying next turn, but that's not fear. Like, like there's a difference there. Heck, actually, my opponent's dead next turn to 2, 3, 5. Like the whole.
Like they just die to evasion next turn.
Yeah, if they're tapped out, I'll kill them. So no, I don't fear Acacian Crier, but I will kill it if given the chance. Amoro Scout was the one I feared more because it tutors up real creatures instead of fake ones.
Like he's going to be off Gaze of Justice because he can't even because he can't
I mean, buddy, I'm not
lands.
gonna take Fortify for lethal because I have a Spore Sower Thallid like to make a blocker. I ain't dying to that.
We can make blocks, yeah.
Yeah, I've got tricks on board for that, Fred. Don't worry. I respect Trumpet Blast. Basically, if he attacks all out, I'd block Acacian Crier.
Actually, if he'd have to double Trumpet Blast. Yeah, he can't even do that because he attacks for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We don't even die to Trumpet Blast.
Oh, cool. Yeah, this has 3 on it. Okay.
Opponent's coming in hot though. Look at these bears.
Yeah. Yeah, this has 3 on it. So.
It means if Acacian Crier tries to attack, things happen. It's probably just, yeah, these guys.
Yep. And I'm taking that hit.
And we can take 4.
Yeah. So. Just thinking about what our opponent's going to be doing. I want them to just use the Crier immediately, but.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna.
Do we attack with Spore Sword Thallid?
There's no point.
Like it trades with Spinach, Cavalry, and 2/1/1s.
I'm attacking for lethal.
You're going to try to lethal?
Yeah.
Seems fair. Fireburst, go!
Attack for 9. Yeah.
Hey!
So, that forest killed our opponent. That's
interesting.
That's kind of funny, of all things that killed our opponent. The fact that they played a forest with no green, they never used it.
Yeah, they seem like mono white to me. They must have a reasonable splash.
Yeah.
Any changes to make?
So do we have anything that's good again?
The funny thing would be like one movie Acid Moss to try to cut them off green, but that's greedy. Yeah, the Dirkwood Tracker is actually pretty okay here because he beats basically every one of his creatures in a fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say like everything loses to it, like all his 2/2s. This is a way for me to kill off the Amoru Seekers, which I like. What do I not like? Ashcoat Bear maybe, because Ashcoat Bear is pretty bad against his bears.
Bet against his
I guess bad against
bears.
his Bears on defense, but good against his Bears on.
Yeah, it would be maybe like, do we care about Yafimaya Dryad here? He's going to give himself the forest.
Well, it still has Forest Walk.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, I forgot about that. That's the whole point of the card. Um, it might be Ashcoat Bear. It might be.
Ashcoat Bear feels a little greedy to do, but I'm going to do it just because, like, Ashcoat Bear is going to be still good on offense, but bad on defense, whereas this is good, better on defense.
Let's take some more looks at
I'm not
our.
going to hit okay here yet because I want to I want to give this a
Like the
little more.
spider seems good.
Spider's really good as a blocker. It
Wormwood Dryad won the game.
Yes, which is
Salad
funny.
Germinator could
I would
also win the game.
well again passable pump
Hmm.
and like
Also, just interaction with the four Spore Sower
soda
Thallid.
salads
I
and
guess you could cut a Spore Sower Thallid. We're not getting Lightning Axe for the Magus.
sweet, it's on time.
On time. Also, we can actually freaking cast Rift
Rift
Bolt.
Bolt. Wow.
Man,
No, you don't
we
suspend
could
that.
just suspend it and like,
That's
hey,
dumb.
play something, asshole.
That's dumb. That's just lava. Like I'm not doing that.
Well, it does. Yeah, this doesn't keeps your opponent from playing bear.
I don't care about that. Like because I'm playing a 4/4 on 3. What do I care about? In what world do I care about Benelish cavalry? You know, like
Not this one.
nice.
Okay. You can draw island, right?
Don't need it. Prismatic lens. I
I
mean,
meant
for
for
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah, for Trump.
Yeah. It's also better to have island because prismatic land is monosyllax, so it makes our crook.
Turn 1 suspend Rift Bolt is really good when you want it to be Lava Spike. Turn 1 suspend Rift Bolt is really bad when you want it to be, like, 3 damage to a creature. Timing, that's fine. That gets us our blue.
It gets us our island for Trump.
Anyway, hi.
Guess how many of these we have?
Hey, dude.
It's Jerry.
Man.
Hey, that's worth rift bolting.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Draw me a land. Perfect.
Okay, so do we rift bolt then attack, or do we attack and then try to 2-for-1 with Stonewood Invocation?
Attack first, get the Stonewood, and then if the Stonewood works, the Stonewood works. If it doesn't, we search for tomorrow, then Rift Bolt.
Yeah, because he's not going to double block, right?
If he double blocks, I just take the free.
Yeah,
double
we
kill.
just take the murder if he does, but he's not going to, right? Okay.
All right. So search for tomorrow. Cast. To go grab another blue, and then Rift Bolt.
And we talk up Rift Bolt a whole lot, and here we are just casting it as Yamabushi's Flame.
It's see that's the thing. It has
It's
more
good.
text.
It's good. Rift Bolt's good, everybody.
Okay, more Seekers. That's fine. I get to play Crook Claw Transmuter next turn.
We can do it to block Benalish Cavalry.
No. Flanking.
Oh right, yeah, we can choose.
I'll pass on that one.
Yeah, and we'll become an 0-2 and then die.
Yeah.
Or become a 2-0 and then die. Okay.
Yeah.
A little late, but we can just cast you.
No, we can't. 7.
7, that's right. I always think he's 6.
I know.
It's 6. Anyway.
I
We
think
can
I
still
hold
cast
it.
a Crookshaw.
First I
That's-
attack. Crook
Where's
Claw
we
has
attack?
Crook Claw has flash, so
That's what I meant. Just like whatever. Yeah, 3 mana volcanic hammer. Hell yes. I remember when I was talking about the platonic ideal of fireball, not fireball, a lightning bolt, and you were like, I don't know if I would play that. And then you were like, wait a second, I play Rift Bolt. I
Yeah.
would play one. I would play it. Okay.
Yeah.
What is Crazed Alchemist flipped? I guess how does Crazed Alchemist deal with uh 7/7s?
Yo, come on, do it. Tap your team. Uh huh.
Counterspell.
I love that this is what I've cast it as twice. Is 4 green. Is
We've been
four.
casting it as 4 agree. And how our Kingdom for an Avoid Fate. That's a
Yeah.
time shifted card, right?
Right. Hi. I'll
I think
cast
we
them.
still want the Crook. Do we want the Crooks? Or do we want the Spore Sower?
I'll take the Spore Sower, I think.
Because Crook could catch a Maru Rebel in combat, but
That's true, but
whereas a 4/4 just is a big guy. Well, we already have a 1/1 to catch a Maru Rebel in.
yeah, like we already can catch a Maru Rebel in combat. So if our opponent actually makes that attack, they lose their Rebel. So
So there's no way they would make the attack then. And this keeps Vanillish Cavalry at home.
this keeps everything but the Seekers at home. So Also, I have Overrun. Just just saying.
We have Overrun. Oh yeah, people do play that
Yeah, Doomsayers all over the place. That's
Doomsayer.
true.
It's okay. It's a 5-mana 7/7. I guess that's
No,
okay.
no, no, not actual Doomsayer.
Oh, actual Wrath of right, yeah, Wrath to deal with.
Okay, so this is a pretty funny card because it says creatures you control with flanking have flanking. That's
Yep,
the text.
it's double flanking.
Flanking have flanking.
They stack.
Flanking.
We don't care. I guess that means Vanillish Cavalry can attack,
Yeah,
but we just overrun next turn.
yeah. I count 8 toughness, +9 power, 9. So we win. So funnily enough, Overrun would cost the exact same amount of mana because I'd have to filter through Prismatic Lens.
Hey.
So yeah, we have 18 attacking power to 8 blocking, toughness, so 10 damage through, and that's assuming like perfect blocks.
And if he does have like some kind of super trick, then
Removes a blue card from their hand to snap back, like that sort of trick. Yeah,
like Prevention Pact doesn't exist yet.
no, that would work too. Still dead. Flanking. Yeah,
Bushido does things in multiples.
yeah. So, yeah, there's a number of creature keywords that kind of stack, but they're not as common as non-stacking. Like trample, flying, they don't stack. Shrub.
Rampage.
Ooh.
Yeah, Rampage. There are some
Bushido
cans.
Bushido 3 doesn't exist, so like
Mm-hmm.
that's not a real thing though. Yeah, Poison Sliver did break the two-headed giant Pro Tour even. That was Jacob Van Lunen and Chris Lockman, I believe, who won the Pro Tour drafting a billion Poison Slivers.
That's how it goes. Who cares if you're playing two-headed giant and you have more health if you just have, you know,
Right. What if you
poison
still die in
counters.
10 poison counters?
Yeah, Bushido is all like Bushido 1, Bushido 2, Bushido 4. Iganjo Lord of Kondo Lord of Iganjo might have Bushido 6.
There's no such. Well, I'm sorry. I don't. Is there Bushido 3? Like, I can't think of a card with Bushido 3, is I guess what I'm saying. There might be a Bushido 3.
Kondo's Bushido 5.
Like, I can think of Bushido 2, 1, 5, but I can't. Is there a 3?
There could be a
You know what?
3, but there isn't 3.
No. I mean,
I'm looking it up right now,
Yeah, look it
and
up to
there
make
there
sure I'm not.
isn't there's no Bushido 3 I can see here. Actually, wait, does Greater Morphling have Bushido? No, but Greater Morphling gains Bushido 1.
Well, yeah, okay. I guess there is Bushido X. Yeah, on
Yeah,
Fumiko's
Fumiko Low
Low
Blood.
Blood.
So if you attack with 3 creatures, Bushido Low Blood,
Yeah.
Fumiko Low Blood has
Yep. So yeah.
Bushido 3.
So yeah, Bushido basically exists as like 1 and 2, and technically 5 on Conda. Anyway, what does
There's also Bushido 4 somewhere, I think.
if there is, it's in a commander product. Yeah, likely.
Oh no, he's just a 4/4 with Bushido 2. What's the Flash one? Seems fine. It's got on times 4 Silver Talent.
How does this keep happening?
It's really funny. Our deck is not that ramp heavy, but we just find the way.
Oh, sweet, and the other land. This is so good.
Ah,
Oh dear, my dude, I have bad news for you. Rampant growth.
what?
No, no, no. But my opponent, they missed a land drop.
Oh, and they made Chromatic Star. Okay.
Yeah. Do I want Fathom? So you're just down to be aggressive here?
A 1/3?
I'm aware of what I just said. Like
If you want to attack with a 1/3, go for it. If we're going to cast Trump the Domains, but I guess what else are we doing this turn?
I believe in running my opponent down for this.
Our upgraded Squire.
All right. I assume we'll likely get a concession on this play, but
Yeah, probably. Like you're getting beat down.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe not. I mean, they do have Corpulent Corpse. Ooh, a second.
Phthisis.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I plan on having you dead way before that needs to happen.
Mach War or Salad Germinator?
Maybe Crookclaw.
We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, because that's really goofy. You were vindicated in your playing of the seer. Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay. I feel pretty good about getting to attack with the Pride of the,
So we have a.
Blade of the Sixth Pride or whatever.
I'm going to keep calling that Blade of the First Pride, and I don't care who says what.
I know. I went out of my way to call it right because it's in this block. Anyway, I don't know if I know enough about my opponent's deck to make sideboarding changes.
Well, we might as well change out Wormwood Dryad for Dirkwood Tracker, just because that's what we've been doing anyways. Also, the actual thing is we can use Prismatic Lens to filter black to make Wormwood Dryad get Swamp Walk.
I'm keeping that in. Boom. I'm not going to make changes here. Let's just rock it. No, ninjutsu can only be done after blockers.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would be dumb.
Because then it wouldn't matter. It'd be like, okay, whoop, I just do anything.
Yeah.
A 2-lander with Luterial Core, you say?
Yeah, I was going to say, Luterial Core makes this a lot more appealing, and I'm willing to keep it on the back of that.
We might have to loot away Rift Bolt and Trump, but...
Oh my god.
Okay, we just have to find that last land, and... Okay, our opponent's second color is revealed.
Yep. Flowstone Channeler. Alright, so Looter gets to hit once.
Luterial Core gets to do its job once.
Let's make it look like we draw the land off of it. Discard Rift Bolt.
Yeah, probably Rift Bolt. Either that or Tromp. Tromp's good, but
Man.
especially with this hand.
Yeah, we need the fourth land, so. I would like it if Flowstone Channeler doesn't kill it, but I feel like it. Oh,
Ah, it
never.
doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Coal Stoker.
Yeah, Coal Stoker. Yeah.
Makes triple red. It's a good card. It's like that.
Mardu, War Shrieker.
Yep.
Let's see what he discards. Fiery Temper. Okay.
Not that good. All right, so we do need fourth land to actually exist. Okay. A bit annoying, but our hand is incredibly powerful, so we'll be fine. Because I'm just casting Spore Sower Thallid for the next 6 years. You know.
Importantly, we can't block Coal Stoker with Spore Sower Thallid.
Well, we could. I mean, oh boy, Coal Stoker's back.
Are we okay with Spore Sower Thallid being a 2-for-1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when I have 3 in my hand. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Penumbra Spiders also, unless he has Madness kill spell. Fire
Oh
Temper.
my god, he actually has it. We're getting our teeth kicked in.
Yeah, I've noticed that one. Fiery Temper was real. I was thinking like Madness Black kill spell.
You don't have another one.
Our opponent's a Madness deck. This is some Shadows stuff going on here. Hell yes.
So their deck has problems functioning if they don't have Flowstone Channeler.
Yeah.
Well, we're taking 7. We die. We're dead.
We're dead. Okay, we've learned and oh, okay, our opponent was just about to show us another card. Anyway, let's move on.
Any changes to make?
Any changes to make? Oof. I'm impressed by my opponent. Sorry, I'm just still a little impressed by my opponent. I don't feel like it. Still even.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
The only
I think that was just we lost to lands. Do we not want Wormwood Dryad?
Maybe Wormwood or Yavimaya Dryad out because they die to that -1 toughness thing. But
what would we bring in?
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have anything real that I'd bring in. So
like a worm.
Would you like to play first? Yes. I'll keep. It's a funky hand, but I will keep it.
With some Terramorphic Expanse.
Yeah. This one works just well. Just fine.
Just good. It's a good hand. I like it.
I like having Fledgling Mawcore on time. I mean, it's not, Spore Sower, but, it functions.
Yeah, it's a good creature.
Also, I have Rift Bolt, on, so... Okay.
Yeah, any way we want to, Rift Bolt works.
Don't stifle me.
Okay.
Alright.
Second green is good.
Then we go. Yep.
Oh my god.
I was say I didn't call it because that was what I wanted, but on time
we
Spore
can play
Sower.
Walkward next turn and suspend Rift Bolt if he plays a guy here.
On time Spore Sower Thallid. Suspended Rift Bolt.
Okay, so we just don't play Fledgling Mawcore.
Yeah, we just don't play Mawcore then.
Is he going to double removal spell on Spore Sower Thallid?
I'm fine with that.
Is he going to land Fiery Temper here, or... Our opponent's deck is really good.
Yeah, they've got a lot of... They're red-black removal, so, it's a strong place to be. Do they actually have -1/-1 here? Tendrils?
No double red.
Tendrils?
So they just Tendrils of...
Tendrils? Coal Stoker? Oh, triple red.
Okay, they have triple red. Do they just Fiery Temper here?
Yeah.
Or do they have another Rift Bolt?
Grape Shot.
Grape Shot.
What the hell? help.
That's okay, I guess. So we play Fledgling Mawcore and Suspender Bolt, right?
We morph Fledgling Mawcore and play Rift Bolt.
Oh.
Oh, I did that wrong. Whatever. Then we'll do what you said. Because I'm a fool who can't play my red source.
That's the sign of mistake I make all the time. Yeah, our opponent was Storm all along.
Yeah, Storm. I guess the Coal Stoker should have told you that.
That guy's just good though.
Yeah, it is. It's Hill Giant. And do you have a real Ironclaw Buzzard Ears? Okay. Can I fuck up? I can't fuck up, right? Okay. Still feel like I can always fuck it up. Nice. Can't block creatures with 2 or greater power, so and
Yeah, we just attack with Mawcore. Cast Errant from Mirage.
I'll hold that forest for the rest of the game.
Yeah, in case we draw like Looter.
Yeah.
Or in case our opponent feels like mind stabbing us.
Ooh, Flowstone Channeler.
Here comes the
Nice.
Daredevil. Do we just do that right away?
Yeah.
Because we can play the islands, yeah.
Well, I mean, I can play that.
That gets our opponent almost hellbent.
Sure.
It throws the card away, but
I'm fine with the card being thrown away.
like the cards from this point on, the card is always going to be thrown away, and it could potentially like.
It could have been anything else, you know.
So. And our opponent might actually let it live if they feel like using their red mana for other things.
Yeah.
Although they're probably playing a Coal Stoker and then discarding a land.
Tendrils of Corruption.
That's a really good card.
Yeah, that gained 4 life, and then they're going to discard the other card to kill off Luterial Core.
Empty the Warrens.
Oh, they are Storm!
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to attack with Fathomseer?
Nah, I just want to attack with Fledgling Mawcore. Continue getting 2 damage in.
Yeah, there's Hellbent cards in Future Sight. Gathen Raiders is real.
Yep, Gathen freaking Raiders. So it gains flying, and it's just gonna jump at me. So I'll take that hit. Nice.
One fungus falls, the next fungus rises. Also, Ironclaw Buzzardeers can't block it.
Yep. Also, our opponent's dead if it connects, you know, because of Might of Old Krosa.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bit scared of Thesis.
Yeah, Phthisis is probably going to happen. He's got weird targets though, because he's got a guy on the ground and he's versus a flyer, and we're being menaced by a bad Windrake.
Yep. Does its job. Oh, Thesis no longer matters.
Okay,
Game
so
set.
We just Might of Old Crochet on Mawcore, and then
I don't think we might have ult Cross on Mawcore right now. I think I just attack for 6, and if he lets it through, I kill him.
okay.
Like, there's no reason to like futz with it when I can.
Do we attack with Fathomseer?
It doesn't change the
True.
math. It's either he blocks both or he doesn't. Like, so I'm fine with this outcome. Because next turn I can do the Might of Old Crochet on Fledgling Mawcore, but I can also use it as like a way to stop a removal spell that I don't want to Mystic Snake, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think Phthisis is a sorcery too.
Yes, it is a sorcery.
He does have 6 mana destroy target non-black creature though.
Yep.
With Madness Black.
Madness.
Okay, he's going on in.
Darkness. Show me
Well, if
dark.
he's got darkness, we don't care.
I know. It would just be funny if that was. I would really like it if that was their back.
Uh, do we care? I think we do this because we don't need Might Old Corrosion to live to beat him next turn.
Yeah. And he has one card in hand. I can just counter it.
Okay.
Boom! Shakalaka.
Hooray!
That was fun. And so hey, another Soren, and our double entry back.
Hey, that was nice.
So
So
I'm
we got some time spiral in.
yeah, I'm glad that I got to show off the play set of Spore Sower Thallid. Seriously,
Sometimes things are just stacked in your favor.
what if you
Him
just
him being a salad did not matter mostly. I
there
think
was
it mattered one game,
there were
maybe two.
two games.
It held a piker back.
The
Him
real
being a 4 mana 4/4 was the actual thing.
yeah, well that's why I pick it. So
Yeah.
we're not in the territory of like creatures are super garbage, what the hell, but we are in the territory of a 4/4 is still like king for 4 mana. Like you don't have that.
That still happens most of the time.
Right, like a 4/4 is still like super fine for 4 mana. It's just not nearly as powerful as it is in this format where it's like, oh, a 4/4. It's like, yep. Is there going to be another time spiral draft before it swirls? Probably after.
Maybe not. The real question is, are we going to wait for a full block, or do you want to do a planar chaos draft?
I'll probably do the in between, like the planar chaos in there.
Get a planar chaos one before things are stupid.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 4 mana 4/4 in shadows would be pretty hella
Yeah.
sweet.
Do not interpret me as saying like 4/4s suck, but rather 4/4s were much more relatively powerful back in the days.
Yeah, back in the day. Basically, when Grey Ogre was normal, 4 mana 4/4 was sweet. And now
Elusive Tormentor would not be an uncommon with no text. That's not true. Like that's not an uncommon. Like again, yeah, we have a 3/4 werewolf at common in the set that
well,
becomes
no, he
a 5/6.
says with no ability, and just 4 mana 4/4.
Yeah, that wouldn't be an uncommon. That'd be a common. We have
What
that.
was
We've gotten that at common in the past.
what was that 4/4 Baloth that we drafted the load of? That was just a 3 mana 4/4, wasn't it?
Which one? 4/5? Which bailout are you?
No, there was like a 3 mana 4/4 Baloth in like a core set, vanilla, but we played the crap out of it.
I'm looking for a 4-drop green creature power of 4. Because yeah, we've had Nettle Swine in that was in original. What was the card I'm thinking of? This one, yeah, Rumbling Bailoff. That's it.
Yeah, Rumbling Baloth. Yeah,
4 mana 4/4.
that's the actual guy I was thinking of. There was some like, no, he was a 2 mana 3/3
Yes,
vanilla.
that Bailoff, that was a good one. But yeah, like because creatures these days, like if you take a look at the ones that I'm just on 4 power, like you have you are a lot more likely to find like higher power things in Magic these days. Creatures are more powerful in Magic. That's sort of how Magic has changed.
It's spells that suck now.
I wish M14 had Crossan Tusker. Whoa.
I wish every set had Corrosion Tusker. Corrosion Tusker was so good.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was Colonian Tusker.
Yep. So anyway, that was Time Spiral though. I hope you all enjoyed the literal pile of Spore Sower Thallas just showing up and hanging out, having a good time.
Man, it's so funny how we flip our shit over Corrosion Tusker when it's like divination that's sometimes a 7 mana 6/5.
Yeah, but it's in green.
So good. It's amazing. I love that card.
Anyway, that's all for tonight though. So thanks Gnome for joining on this.
Well, I'm obligated to.
That's how the contract is worded.
This contract is sealed.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.